Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Alpha Sapphire. This is episode number 85, and today we will be doing a little bit of legendary hunting. And it looks like there are, I think, 3 Pokemon we can catch right off the bat, based on the time of day it is. Actually, right now 2, but it is almost 4 a.m., which is when another Pokemon will become available. You can see we actually have all kinds of things lit up here. This is the Nameless Cavern, because we have 3 Pokemon with max friendship. We will come there later. Mirage Mountain, I think, is just the daily spot, but while we're waiting, let's check this one out. And I'm going to try to catch 3 legendaries in this episode. We'll see if we have time. But that is the goal. Alright, so please tell me we don't need Rock Smash, because I don't really want to teach anybody Rock Smash. And I have no idea what Pokemon that is. Turtwig, maybe? It's like the hard mode of, who's that Pokemon? Oh, an Audino, okay. I didn't think it would be Turtwig just because Turtwig is a starter Pokemon. Let's go ahead and catch Aldino. There's not really any reason to, but we do have Breloom at the front of our party, so it'll be a nice warm-up. And I highly suspect that being so many levels higher, Pulse Swipe will be pretty much a one-shot, a 1 HP shot. But, no, not quite. Aldino does have a lot of HP, so guess that's why. And Full Swipe is only base power 40, doesn't get stabbed, so I'm a little surprised there, but not flabbergasted. Oh, also, we probably should buy some more Dusk Balls. So thank you, Aldino, for reminding me of that. Right now we have 27, so we might make a quick pit stop by Larber Town just to make sure I don't run out. Hey, there we go. Probably going to be the easiest catch of the night. And, oh, I do have the experience share on because I was, oh no. Well, I will go ahead and turn that off. At least we didn't get too much XP from that. I'm not too worried. But, I turned it on because I had the idea of, training up Breloom by doing those triple battles. The only problem was I wanted to use legendaries, but most of my legendaries are kind of a lower level. Not all of them. But I figured I would use that to, as I train Breloom, to level up some of our legendaries as well. Maybe I'll do like a legendary battle against somebody. Oh, well, okay. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to turn off the XP share. I don't know what I was thinking there. Clearly I wasn't. Right, so we're going to land right again. Sorry about that. Turn off the XP share, grab that item, see if there are any other Pokemon on this island, and then we will head to buy some Dust Balls, and then finally get to the main point of the episode, which is, of course, catching the legendaries. Alright. I think my subconscious was just like, oh, key items. I know where that is. Experience share. Off. Alright, very good. And then, so Aldino is not the only Pokemon here. When we do need, it looks like the Mach Blake, which thankfully we have. We are almost at the point where we can get the Mach and Acro Blake at the same time, I think. Which would allow us to do parts of the Safari Zone and presumably other areas as well. Not sure if we'll actually do them, because all we get out of that is like Energy Ball, which is a grass type move, a TM for it. But, oh, a Happiny. Didn't even know you could catch them in the wild. Alright, so I'm pretty sure the Full Swipe will get a Happiny to 1 HP. It does have a lot of HP again, but being a baby Pokemon, it has very low defenses. Copycat, not a move you see very often. I figured I would Spore later, because I didn't expect this Happiny to do very much to Breloom. And the Spore will then keep it asleep a little bit longer. Once again, not really sure why I'm catching Happiny, but easy enough, so why not? And I may or may not heal up Breloom. Probably not, just because 3 HP could make a difference, but probably won't. And we are holding a Focus Band, not a Focus Sash, where that 3 HP would actually make a big difference. Alright, once again, got a little bit of XP from that, but not much. I'll let you guys read the entry if you're interested, but since I'm not really that interested, the Playhouse Pokemon. See, you wouldn't expect that. You think it'd be again like the happy Pokemon or something, or the joyful Pokemon, but it is the Playhouse Pokemon. Kind of a little bit of insight into their inspiration there. So I think that's probably the Pokemon. No, there's still another Pokemon here. How do I get down from here? Once we find out what it is, I'll use the bike. Audino. Not the bike. I'll use the bike either way, but the repels. In fact, we'll give it one more Pokemon, and if I don't find what it is, then I'm not really going to care. If you guys really care, you can look it up on the wiki. So somewhere there's a little path on a bike. But where? I mean, there's got to be a way to get there, right? Seems to be down. Oh, I see. Oh, I do need Rock Smash. Okay. Well, let's teach Pokemon Rock Smash then, and hopefully I will remember to delete it later on, off screen. Rock Smash, a lot of R moves. Alright, and we'll teach it to... I guess we'll teach it to Slate instead of Earthquake, since we can always teach Earthquake with a TM. Very thankfully, since the TMs are reusable. I'm going to really miss that when I go to Platinum. Really miss that, especially because I'll have multiple Pokemon that want to learn Earthquake and I can only use it once. Like if I could use it on all of them, I think I would have 3 Pokemon that would all learn Earthquake, but unless you like grind the Battle Tower or whatever it is, you only get 1. Ooh, a Helix Fossil, okay. In case we wanted an Omanite, which I don't, but you know, just in case. And all of that for a Zinc. Well, that's a little sad. Any hidden items here? There probably are back the other side of the island. Oh, of course there are. Is it down there? Is it up here? Okay. I think this means it's probably down here. Oh. A deep sea scale, okay. So in case we want to evolve our Clamperl into a Gorbis. Alright, so unfortunately we'll never know what that other Pokemon was unless I look it up, but once again I'd rather just kind of get on with the show here, so. Alright, so let us head to Full Arbor Town real quickly just to buy some Dusk Balls, and we might get a cool sneak preview on the way there of one of the Pokemon I want to catch. In fact, yeah, you can see it right there. Oh, and we hit a bird. Much better to hit a bird on a Latias than it is with an airplane, that's for sure. We will run away, because I really don't want a Wingull, even level 40. We already have plenty of flying Pokemon and water Pokemon. You can see some dark and very obvious storm clouds above Hoenn. And the reason for that is because, as you can see, we have Castform in the party. Alright, here we go. That's the trick you need in order to unlock one of 2 Pokemon, depending on which version you're playing. Now, as I think I kind of alluded to before, we will not be catching every Legendary in this Let's Play. One, because I'm just not... Yeah, I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite part of the Let's Play, to be honest. It's my favorite part of a Pokemon game. Especially because I don't really do anything with Legendaries, and I'm not going for a Pokedex, so... There's just not a really lot of motivation for me to do it, except for, you know, showing you guys something a little different. So, alright, Dust Balls, we have tons of money, so 99, why not? Oh, and I got a Premier Ball as a bonus for buying 99 Dust Balls, lucky me. Alright, hopefully we won't need those, but we'll see. Okay, cool, so let's go ahead then, let's fly to the Thundercloud. I think that'd be something pretty interesting. But I will catch the ones that I can kind of easily or semi-easily get. The ones I will not be catching are the ones that are exclusive to Omega Ruby, obviously, because we are not playing Omega Ruby. Come on, Latias, you're brave, we can do it. Here we go. Another portal, apparently, within the storm cloud, and it's Thundurus. I think you can get Thundurus and Tornadoes. I forget which one of the other ones it is. I know one of the genies has a higher stat total and is kind of the king of the legendary genies, or the legendary djinns, I guess, whatever you call them. They do cross their arms like I Dream of Genie, though, which is maybe a reference to it, maybe not. But regardless, and you can use the mirror actually to transform them back in Well, at least I assume you can. Alright, so I put him to sleep just so he couldn't do much damage to me. Now, unfortunately, Thundurus is like Zapdos, electric and flying, which means our moves will not be very effective. Um, well, Brick Break and C-Bomb won't do too much more than False Swipe, and I don't think a crit would knock it out, but just to be super safe, I'm going to just use False Swipe. Yeah, so actually, I don't know. Doing that much damage, a crit from one of my other two moves might have knocked it out. That wasn't a crit, but, I have no way of knowing. Agility, that will make it faster, so not the worst move for it to have, but it will kind of get it another free move before I use my next Spore. And Crunch, that's okay. That's could lower my defense, but being Dark type, it won't do very much damage. Yeah, barely a tickle. And once again, Thundurus is asleep. So yeah, I want to say Landorus is the kind of leader of the trio, but it might be Tornadus. I'm just not sure. But either way, you can find one of the other ones um, in Omega Ruby. And if you have both of them in your party, obviously by trading. Alright, let's go ahead and start throwing some of our fresh new Dust Ball. Only have 124 left. Um, hopefully that'll get us through all our legendary catching, but we'll see. If you have both of them in your party, you can unlock the third one. But yeah, I could try to find somebody to trade with me. I'm sure it probably wouldn't be that hard. But the real part um, that would give me pause, that does give me pause, is not so much the actual finding somebody and doing the trades. It's doing the trades, because when I trade, I have to get to my DS doesn't get Wi-Fi unless I'm closer to my router, and then I have to log in. It takes forever to trade. When I traded for my egg, it took me at least an hour. And yes, I did download updates, and there was other things too. And my friend had download updates, so And I'm not. My computer is not actually close to my router, funnily enough, because my computer has a hard line cable that goes to the router through a power line adapter. So it's nowhere near the actual router. So if I'm talking to somebody on Discord or something, I have to run back to my computer, tell them, okay, I'm going to run downstairs and do the trade, and I have to go to. It's just a pain. So because I'm not really that interested in legendary catching, I do apologize, but I won't be catching the Omega Ruby ones. Maybe one day if I ever do an Omega Ruby Let's Play, then I'll do it and trade them over and um, do the other legendaries. But because of that, we also can't get a few of the a few legendaries that you can only get by having both of a pair in your party. And there are a few like that. For example, you can't get. It's usually the ones that have a mascot trio, where for example you can't get Kyurem unless you have um, Reshiram and Zekrom. You can't get Giratina unless you have Dialga and Palkia. Um, those might be the only two, but so for those reasons, we will not be getting them as part of our party. So I apologize. If you're looking forward to seeing them, then I'm sure there are plenty of videos online of catching them. But I also think that, and maybe I'm wrong, but for me as a viewer, if I was watching a Let's Play, I wouldn't really be as interested, I think, in the legendaries as their episodes, just because you kind of know what's going to happen. I mean, it's cool to see these rare Pokemon, but I'm going to put them to sleep, get them 20 HP, and then throw Dust Balls until I just happen to get lucky. There's no real skill involved. There's, not much of anything really involved. So I do expect this to get a little tedious after a while. So it's kind of good that I won't be doing too many of these. But on the other hand, it'll be a nice break from kind of the other stuff we're doing. And a crunch. There we go. So I'm not sure yet if I'll be going. I might kind of hold off on any more legendaries after this episode, for a little bit, to unlock the battle resort, because I do want to see what kind of games are available, then what battle modes are available. Because if it's just a battle tower with one mode, then I'll do it, but it's not that big of a deal. It can be something I do in one episode. But if it's a whole battle frontier kind of thing where there's 5 different challenges, which I really did enjoy. I enjoyed the battle frontier, whatever you called it. I think it was the battle frontier in Heart Gold quite a lot, where there were different challenge modes with kind of different strategies. I also really enjoyed a long time ago the one in Emerald, which had very different battle facilities. So I certainly would like that, and if so, I'll probably do all the battle facilities with our team then, which is hard because they're not EV trained, as you guys know, and I think our enemies' Pokemon are EV trained, but we will do our best nonetheless. And there's probably one of them which is a randomized one, which is honestly kind of the hardest one. Um, so I might, in that case, if that is a thing, I might kind of interweave them with legendaries. So we'll do some some Battle Resort and then me back and forth. I also don't know, are there like regular trainers in the Battle Resort? Could we face either actually rivals again? You know, that would be cool. So we'll just have to find out. Yeah, so far tonight our luck is not very good. Yeah, we have those extra dust balls. And is it just me, or has he only been using Crunch and Agility? I'm sure he has other moves, but maybe we're just lucky. Okay, there we go, Discharge. So that could actually paralyze me, which would be less than ideal. Although I'll just use, if I do get paralyzed, I'll use a full restore, because, like I said, there's not really much of a challenge by not using hull items in this. You know, the point of catching a Pokemon is not to be challenging. This would be so much more fun if they actually did have like the Pokemon Go mechanism here, where there actually was some skill involved to it. But as it stands, there is not. On the bright side, he's staying asleep, but once again, that is just luck. Worst case scenario, if we do get like our defense drop really low, I'll just switch out Breloom to another Pokemon, and that'll reset the defense drop. Come on. Alright, well at some point here I might just go ahead and splice the video. Because like I said, I can't imagine this is super fascinating, and what is that he did? I missed the name. Oh, Heal Block, okay. Oh, interesting. That's a kind of a cool move for them to use. But I can still switch, so I'm not that worried. And I don't think it prevents you from using revives. Don't really know, because you don't really see Heal Block very much in competitive play, for example. Just not really that useful. It actually could presumably... Yes, got it, sweet. It could actually be useful, I guess, as a Pokemon, for a Pokemon you're using to hunt legendaries. I don't know how long it lasts, if it's like a 5-turn thing or just a forever thing. Hopefully a forever thing, like until they switch or the battle ends. The Bolt Strike Pokemon in its incarnate form. As it flies around, it shoots lightning all over the place and causes forest fires. It is therefore disliked. No, you don't say. I think they're kind of justified in that. Alright, anyway, back to the PC it goes. And I don't think Breloom can learn that anyway. Alright, for our second Pokemon of the episode, we are going to head back to somewhere we've already been. It is our good friend, the Nameless Cavern. And in fact, the third one is also going to be somewhere we've already been. But I'll leave that one as a teaser. But I think because it is now just after 4 a.m., if my calculations are correct, that means Mesprit should be here. Clearing out air surrounds the area. It is lifting your spirits. I think so, because I think the last time we were here we didn't get that message. I don't think we've gotten it since we're going to capture a Zelf. Alright, and Zelf is my favorite one actually, because it's fast, it's speedy, doesn't have great defenses, but it's kind of like Alakazam in that regard. It was actually a really good lead back in like the Gen 4 days, because it knew like Explosion and Stealth Rock, it was really fast. I think it could use Taunt to shut down enemy leads. Generation 4 had a kind of a very fast-paced metagame, I seem to recall. So having a good lead, even if they were kind of like a suicide lead, you know, really, it wasn't too big of a deal to lose one Pokemon if you set yourself up really well. Nowadays, if you did that, you could just your Rapid Spin, or I think that was before. I'm going to put him to sleep because he is Psychic type and can do a lot of damage to Breloom here. Or Clear Fog. Clear Fog, is that the move? Whatever the move I'm thinking of is. Pretty sure it's called Clear Fog. Clear Smog, that's it. Clear Smog? No, that's a different move. Defog, that's what I'm thinking of, Defog. I got those two confused there. But I think it was before Defog got rid of hazards, maybe. Yeah, maybe Nox. Well, yes, yeah, okay, I think Generation 4 was, Generation 6 was not. So once you got Stealth Rock up, it was really hard to get rid of. So kind of having a Pokemon that could set up Stealth Rock and then prevent your opponent from setting up Stealth Rock and then explode, maybe even taking out their Stealth Rock Pokemon, was a really good lead. So for that reason, the Zelf was usually the Pokemon a lot of competitive battlers would send out first. Okay, Charm's not a big deal. It's going to lower my attack, I think. Yeah. Which is fine, because we've already done most of the damage we're going to do. Now, I say that, but if Mesprit knows Recover, then I will be very mistaken. And the downside is that I still can't risk, even though my attack is so low, I can't risk using my regular attack moves like Seed Bomb, because if it crits, it ignores the attack drop and could still potentially, depending on how much it does, knock out Mesprit. Mesprit, I think, is the more balanced of the two, and Uxie or Uxie, or however you pronounce it, is the more defensive variant. But Psychic types are not really, well, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say Psychic types are not very good defensively, but that's actually a lie. Cresselia is one of the best defensive stalling Pokemon in the game. I've never really liked it because it is, well, it's not a mystic or a mythical Pokemon, but it's just very hard to get. So for whatever reason, I've just never been a huge fan of Cresselia. Um, Maybe I fought one too many and they're just very annoying and hard to break down. So I guess I'm wrong, because Psychic is only weak to Ghost, Dark, and Bug, which are all fairly uncommon attacking moves, which is one of the reasons Cresselia is very good. Also, it's a good move pool. It can learn some good annoying moves like AC Wind. Can learn Trick Room. And Calm Minds. There's a lot of good moves it can learn. And it's a pretty good Pokemon in double. I think it can learn Wide Guard as well. Not as sure about that one though. But yeah, whether it's actually singles and doubles, I think Cresselia both saw some usage back in the day. But Uxie really was not used. Not actually as much because it's typing, but because it just was kind of a lesser version of Cresselia. There were very few things that a Uxie could do that a Cresselia could not do better. But yeah, I did use an Azelf. Ooh, extrasensory, that's going to hurt. Let's see how much. Oh, just over half it looks like. So we are going to put Mesprit back to sleep so we can hopefully not get attacked twice in a row. And we'll go ahead and heal up. That way, if it does wake up after one turn, it's guaranteed one turn of sleep. We'll be okay. I don't remember what their abilities are. It might be pressure. For a while, the designers kind of had this idea that, like, let's give every legendary pressure as its ability. What should we use here? Let's use a... Do I have any Hyper Potions? I'm sure I do. There they are. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres all have pressure. Which is actually kind of helpful for Zapdos. It can win some Stall Wars due to its pressure ability, but it's definitely not the best ability out there. Mewtwo has pressure, which is just a really sucky ability for a Pokemon that's as powerful as Mewtwo. And I'm trying to think if Mew has pressure. Or does it have like Levitate or something? What did I do? Oh, I hit... That's annoying. Oh well. Lucky Chant will prevent critical hits. Okay, I theoretically would take that, although I've already done my damage, so it doesn't really matter anyway, but actually kind of a helpful move if you're trying to catch it. Maybe this little Mesprit here wants to be caught and join our, well, not our team, but our box team at least. Yeah, I do think it'd be cool maybe to do like a triple battle or something with at least a few of the legendaries we've caught. Maybe Rayquaza, Kyogre, and Deoxys, that could be a good fun core. But we'll see. I did battle, who did I battle? Oh, I guess it was one of the Ace trainers, because I went back to the restaurant, actually it was much later in the day, like 11 p.m., but it was later in the same day I had done them restaurants in the last episode, and you can only battle them each once a day. So I could have done it yesterday. I didn't play yesterday, but I just forgot. So anyway, actually, so I played. Okay, so I didn't play last night, which was Friday night. So I played Thursday night, I'm pretty sure. So then that means I could have done it. I couldn't do it Friday when I was trying to do it Friday. So I could have done it right yesterday. So I missed one day essentially. I can still do it today though. Come on, Mesprit. I thought you wanted to be caught. Ooh, Future Sight. It failed. Oh, because there's already one going. I totally missed that. That is going to hurt a lot. Okay. Not good. But what is good is that we still have plenty of spores left, so we can put Mesprit back to sleep again. And on we go. Yeah, I think I'll definitely be doing some battle resorting next episode, because not sure I want to do this again. This is just kind of a boring episode. I've also realized as much as I'm enjoying the game, even now, I am enjoying it a little bit less, like looking forward to playing a little bit less when I get to the point in the game where I kind of have to like look for things to do. Like I have to decide, like, okay, what is tonight's episode going to be about? Whereas in the olden days, I could like pick the game up anytime, and I always knew what to do. I always knew there was something to do. Always the next route to explore, or the next Pokemon to catch, or the next gym battle, or taking on Team Aqua. Like there was always, something for the game to do, or the game kind of decided what the next thing was. And there was a little bit of flexibility, like around Maulville, and there were times I had some decisions, which was kind of nice. But I was never like, okay, what should I do now? So I feel like a lot of these are almost like filler episodes. But worry not, we will be getting back to what I guess you would call the main plot, the Battle Resort. Oh, almost did it again before long. And of course, I do want to end things with our big rematch against the Pokemon League. I think that's probably the most powerful trainer in the game. I will look it up just in case. I know in some games you could face like former champions and other cool, really powerful trainers, so I want to make sure I don't miss anything here. Yeah, so I think going back to my previous topic, I think the legendary dogs, and I'm pretty positive Lugia and Ho-Oh also have pressure. I think the legendary dogs do as well. In fact, I'm pretty sure of that. One of the reasons I kind of like Vaporeon better than Suicune is that, and there are a few, Wish being a big one, but also just the fact that Vaporeon has Water Absorb, which is a great ability, whereas Pressure is significantly less so. But again, it did allow Suicune to win some stall wars when two stall Pokemon fight each other. But I also like Vaporeon because I always, even though I only trained like one real team, I always liked using teams that I could theoretically train as a real team. And I never like hacked the game or anything, but I played on like Pokemon Showdown, which you can just choose any team you want to with perfect IVs and shiny, whatever. But well, that time it didn't do quite as much. I could almost survive two of them, but I don't think I want to risk it. Even with the focus ban, I'm not going to risk it. Come on, my spirit, we have one more Pokemon to catch. Let's get a move on here, shall we? Alright, let's throw one more ball, and then if I don't catch it this turn, I'll use a Hyper Potion next turn. Because it could right now wake up, use Extra Sensory, and knock me out. Oh, okay, so it did escape. Fast asleep though, okay, good. Took a risk, didn't lose anything. Didn't gain anything, but you know. When you're taking a risk, breaking even is usually a pretty good outcome. Alright, so now woke up and use Charm. I'll put it back to sleep. I'm not putting it to sleep, well, two reasons. One, so it doesn't do more damage to me, which would take longer. But more importantly, it increases the catch chances significantly. Or supposedly, at least. It seems like we're not... It still takes luck no matter what you do. I wonder if there's like a... I bet there is. I might even Google it while we're doing this. Like a Pokemon catch chance calculator? Like somebody has got to make one where you don't do the math by hand anymore. Let's Google it. Pokemon catch chance calculator. Looks like other people have at least searched for it. There's Generation 3 and 4. I don't want. Generation 6 and 7. I guess they changed some things around in between the gens. Let's put it to sleep though, just so we don't have to take more. We'll have to use a Lepa Berry soon, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so this is really cool. Okay. So Pokemon. I want to choose Mesprit. Nope, I saw it. Where'd it go? Mesprit. There it is. Alright, while I'm doing that, I will continue throwing Pokeballs, of course, or Dust Balls. It's definitely... Oh, you know what? Because it's after 4 a.m., I wonder if the Dust Balls are no longer as effective. Maybe that's the reason we're having bad luck. Okay, let's pause our calculation here. I'm going to say, what time are Dusk Balls effective? And while we do that, I will put it back to sleep and then use a Max Potion, I guess. Between 8 p.m. and 4 a.m. Okay, and we are not in a cave. Well, we are in a cave. Okay. Or if you're in a cave. So this is a cave, I assume. It's kind of a special cave, but it's still a cave, so maybe we are just unlucky then. Alright, Max Potion, Max Potion. What did I do with the Max Potion? There it is. If I get really desperate and these really go on for a long time, I will entertain you guys with cool space stories, because I've been watching a lot of like YouTube videos and documentaries and movies and TV shows. Not like you wouldn't call them historical fiction, but historical movies, I guess. And like, so I've been watching The Right Stuff, which is a classic 80s movie about the Mercury program and the original 7 astronauts and their predecessors. Really good movie, definitely recommend it. Long movie, so brace yourself. And the first third or so is more about like fighter pilots and test pilots, really, than it is about the Mercury program. So it's one of the reasons I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it the first time I watched it like a decade ago, but I wasn't as into it because I was like, get to the astronauts. But this time, knowing what I was going into, I liked it a lot more. All right, pretty soon we'll have to use those leopard berries, but maybe we'll get lucky. But I do have some also fun space stories. Oh, and From the Earth to the Moon is another really good series. Did I mention that? I might have already mentioned that in the last episode. So apologies if I did, but um, it's been a kind of a busy weekend, so I forgot who I've been talking to and who I haven't been. Um, anyway, though, for now we will not resort to the space stories. We'll talk about Pokemon stuff, which you probably find a little bit more interesting. So, okay, so the dust balls seem to work in theory okay. So let's go back to our calculator then. All right, the Pokemon's level. Kind of surprised that the level affects it. Okay, oh, they have an option for exactly 1 HP. And we are in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And the Pokemon is Mesprit. I can find it on here. There's a lot of Pokemon in this list. I guess everyone. Can I type it? That'd be so much easier. Oh, I can. Sweet. Mesprit. Alright, while we're doing that, let's go ahead and use a Leopard Berry. Actually, yeah, we have to use Leopard Berry. What I don't want to happen is, so there's a little bit of strategy, a tiny tad bit of strategy involved. I don't want to use a Pokeball until it wakes up, because then if it wakes up, I have to take damage. I could take damage the turn it wakes up, and then while I'm restoring the PP to put it to sleep again, I could take a second extra sensory, in which case Breloom would possibly faint. So I don't want to risk that. Alright, now we use the berry, we can go back to our handy dandy 98 remaining dust balls. Definitely glad I bought more. So the caught number in the Pokedex influences it. That's interesting. Alright, Pokemon's level is 50, I'm pretty sure it was. Future Sight, gotta watch out for that. Status is asleep, and we are using a Dusk Ball. There it is. They are in non-alphabetical order for some reason. Is it nighttime, or are you in a cave other than a Mirage Cave? What is a Mirage Cave? I should look that up, because maybe this is a Mirage Cave? Maybe that's why our Pokeballs are not working as well. A Mirage Cave, okay, is a location in Hoenn. So it looks like it's kind of like a version of the Mirage Island, I think. So I think you can find wild Pokemon there, but I don't think like this one, I think this is a named cave, and therefore it's not a regular Mirage Cave. Yeah, although they are caves, the increased capture rate of dust balls only occurs at night. So, no, what is it? This is called the Nameless Cavern, right? Let me look that up just to make sure that it's not the same way. But hopefully my little calculator would do it if I would say that if it was the case. Oh no. Okay, so luckily it is still asleep. We will use an HP restore again. Alright, doesn't say anything about the Nameless Cavern having a reduced rate, so I think we're probably fine. Alright, so number of caught Pokemon in the National Pokedex. Ooh, I have no idea. We have a full box in the PC, which is what, like 30 Pokemon, give or take? Maybe more? Maybe it's 40? I can't remember how many there are in a box. Let's say 30. I want to say it's 30. It feels like it's more than 6 in a row, but maybe not. Trivia questions I should know the answer to, but clearly don't. So let's say it's 30, plus I've had a few evolutions, is 10, plus I have more in the second box. Let's say 50. I think 50 is a pretty conservative estimate. So our chances will be a little better than whatever I type in here. We don't have a Capture O Power or a Roto Catch boost. And it says, are you a Mystery Terrain? If you're not, you probably aren't. So I don't know if we are. I'm going to say no. Is it nighttime or you're in a cave? Yes. So we have a 0.7 chance of a critical capture, which I guess is the one where it doesn't even shake. Which has a 65% chance of succeeding. Failing that, you have an 18% chance of a normal capture. So a 50% chance within 4 balls, and a 95% chance within 15 balls. Now the way probability works, in case any of you have not taken a probability class or just haven't really thought about it, obviously, the universe doesn't know how many balls you currently use, so it's not, the odds change every time I throw a ball and fail. The kind of reset is a way to think about it. That it's like if you flip a coin and say it lands heads 10 times in a row, you can't say that the odds of it landing 11 times in a row are very, very low, but you can't say the odds of it landing like on the 11th try, the odds are still 50-50. Hey, we got it. So it doesn't matter that you've just failed however many times in a row. The universe doesn't care if you failed 8 or failed 10 times, that you've landed on tails 10 times. Oh, sorry, I didn't read that. But you can always pause it if you're interested. The 11th time will still be 50-50. It's not going to suddenly be, a minuscule chance of getting tails, because what are the chances of landing on tails 11 times in a row? And it doesn't work that way. So same thing with Pokeballs, that even though we've missed all those times, we would have to still throw 15 more Pokeballs after that to have the 95% chance. All right, well, I was going to get 3 legendaries today, but clearly we've already spent quite a lot of time on this, longer than I had hoped, and we've only gotten 2. So it is also the morning. What am I going to do now? Should I get more legendaries? Tempting, but I think we might hold off for a little. Well, I do have like Breloom, and I guess I have Castform as well, don't I? No, let's go ahead and change out the party and go ahead to the Battle Resort. That's what I said I was going to do, and that's what I want to do. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'm sorry we only got 2 legendaries, but hey, that's better than 1, right? And we still have plenty more left to capture. So yeah, that will definitely be something we'll do in the episodes to come. But in the meantime, we will be heading to the Battle Resort, and I will see you soon for that.